First of all, thanks, Deepak, for taking out time for this discussion. I know you being too busy, and your organization is definitely doing a great job, I must say. I heard Rajesh also talking about that thing. So definitely busy schedule. So we will let us start your journey. How being an employee with a great organization to set up a great organization. How was your journey till now?
So thanks, first of all, Samta, and good to see you after many years. Um, so, see, I've been working with corporate for, I've worked with corporate for almost 30 and I started working in third year, working with them till 2010. It was the largest branches in the country, and I left in 2010 as an AVP and started my wealth management business. From 2010 till 2017 end, I was handling HNI portfolios, and then I realized during the journey that mis-selling in insurance was rampant. It didn't matter which walk of life you come from. A CXO of a large corporate, or a director of a PSU, or a farmer or a retailer, everybody was missold. Claim rejection has been again part of this industry, partial or fully claim rejection. And then while this journey, I realized that nobody was handholding or assisting customers in these issues, and hence the idea of insurance samadhan. So four co-founders, we came together, and 2015 2018 15th August, we launched Insurance Samadhan, and since then the journey has been amazing. You spoke about Rajesh Sood. So was the first one when we decided that we will start something like this. I reached out to Rajesh, and I spoke to him for almost 2 hours. And he's a fabulous person. He's a great leader, even a greater mentor. So he heard me. He understood. Obviously, he told me that this is a difficult, area, very niche, and there was no reference point for us. And but he mentored us, and today we are here. He's one of the biggest reason. We met a lot of industry people. Everybody loved the idea, but everybody also said it is very difficult to start something like this in the country. But we were very sure that we wanted to help the aggrieved customers in handholding and helping them in grievances. And I'm very proud to say today, Samta, that from having no reference point, and after solving 15,000 plus complaints in 4.5 years, today Insurance Samadhan is the reference point for the industry.
I love the two things about your discussion. Definitely, Rajesh is the name which itself, I can say, anybody can say that he is an amazing person and amazing leader also. Maybe the one another reason as a good person, but yes, he has grown up from a level where he has seen both the side of the world, being on the ground and then being at such a senior position. So he knows the word very well. That is definitely a positive point when you have somebody like him. Secondly, you started this concept on 15th of August. So I can say the very nice day to start with, because I always do everything either on 26th of January or on 15th of August. So that is another very good thing to start with. So I started my corporate journey on 26th of January, and I started my setup also on 15th of August. So great coincidences. But yes, and another, I love the name of your organization, Samadhan. And people really connect with the name itself. जो आपने नाम रखा है समाधान, बिकॉज आज के टाइम में जैसे आप इंश्योरेंस सेक्टर की बात करते हैं, मैं अगर बात करूं, व्हेन आई वाज विद द इंश्योरेंस सेक्टर, एवरीबडी यूज्ड टू से कि आप लोग बहुत कंप्लायंस पे हल्ला बोलते हो, बाकी तो नहीं करते. बट दिस स्टेटमेंट वाज वेरी कॉमन फॉर एवरी कंप्लायंस ऑफिसर. हर कंप्लायंस ऑफिसर को ये सुनना पड़ता था कि मतलब आपको क्या पता, कंप्लायंस की आवश्यकता नहीं है, जबरदस्ती जोर डालते हो. बट दैट शॉर्ट टर्म अप्रोच, आई मस्ट से, is something not very well given a boost to the insurance sector. And now people understand the importance of transparency, commitment and compliances. That is what my personal experience of working with multiple organizations. As I was telling you, I was working with the liquor industry. So when when the rules have been changed for the liquor industry after Diageo took over, you won't believe people were really not very much welcoming those compliances. But when we told them, मतलब we were good listener for some time. Like you said, you have resolved so many complaints in just 2.5 years time, amazing numbers. It means there are concerns on the ground, and organization like Insurance Samadhan is something people were expecting to come out. They were expecting your doors to get open so that they can find out the resolution. So I have even seen lots of changes happening in the insurance regulation for the last so many, I will say, months or years. And I was having a discussion with Deepti Rustagi. She is now with the Policy Bazaar at a very senior level. She was also telling me about the changes which is happening in the insurance sector. But you are the one who must be experiencing those challenges. So how you feel that being these challenges on the regulatory front is a positive change, or how the as a regulator they are doing it to ensure that insurance gets the required boost?
So before I go there, I would like to share with you, since you specifically told about mentioned about 15th August. So the reason why specifically we wanted to start on 15th August was, so these grievances are really very very painful, because there are families who don't get their health claim, and the kind money you have to spend on health issues in a hospital. So we thought, this is a very appropriate date, 15th August. So we wanted to, free people from these grievances. So hence, 15th August was a chosen date. And then I'm sure you would have noticed, I always very proudly wear this pin, Indian flag. So I'm myself a very patriotic person. So we thought, what better date than 15th August to pick? Coming to your question, see, the regulator is very progressive. In fact, I was recently in FICCI event, and very interestingly, the FICCI event coordinator, for the first time I heard, she mentioned a regulator from a watchdog to a partner. I think that statement itself talks about how regulator is working today. Regulator has the kind of the ease of business the regulator has now created for insurance companies. Imagine last 22 years, there have been 57 insurance companies, including PSUs. Now today, just in last 1 year, and I think another 1 year, you'll see almost 12 new insurance companies coming in. So the pace has increased. Insurance, the way licenses were given and the time was taken, it has become much faster. The regulator is inviting new ideas. Sandbox ideas are promoted very often. A regulator is meeting, all stakeholders for the first time in 20 years of the tenure of regulator. They hosted an event which was hosted by regulator in Bangalore, and again we were very proud that we were invited. Insurance Samadhan was one of the panel speaker, and the whole industry heard what we do. So I think regulator is doing a fabulous job. If you really see overall, even the insurtech space, in 2020, the total money which was funded to insurtech was $290 million, 290, and in 2021 it was double. It was almost $800 million. So I think there's a saying that the change is a only constant thing in life. I think this change is fabulous, and more than that, I am very happy that Insurance Samadhan is part of that change, wherein now new insurtechs are coming, who are taking care of customer side in filing their claim or resolving their grievances. So overall, I think it's a very exciting time for insurance and insurtech in the country.
Yeah, actually true. Because that makes me remind about one of the person, very named underwriter, Mr. Nazir Dhamdi, because you must be knowing him.
I know him very well. Yeah.
So, I remember मैं दीप्ति को भी ये बता रही थी कि जैसे वो बता रही थी कि आजकल file and use and file and etc. What are the changes? Transparency regulators are coming out. So I was telling him कि ये दो मतलब when I was working with the Max, Nazir Dhamdi used to say कि हमें मतलब trust the insurance companies डू नॉट बिकम एज अ वॉच डॉग, बिकम अ पार्टनर विद अस, ये शब्द अभी आपने यूज करे जो आपने फिकी में सुने थे। तो दीज वर द टर्म्स नाजिर सर यूज टू से कि क्यों ऐसी रेगुलेशंस बना रखी हैं जहाँ पे हमें उनको तोड़ने के लिए कुछ दिमाग लगाना पड़ता है वगैरह वगैरह। आई कंप्लीटली एग्री, compliance can happen when there is a transparency from both the sides, from the regulatory and from the organization side. And another thing which I personally felt after working for compliance for almost like 25 years, as you said, you started working quite young. This is another coincidence. I started working when I was with the Hindu college in, I will say, in second year itself. I started my coaching center. I started working and so on. So that is why when I say somebody I'm working for last 27 years, so they generally refer me as a 50 plus personality, which is okay. So I just tell them, clarify them कि मैंने बहुत बचपन में ही काम करना शुरू कर दिया था, so that is why just 27 years now. But yes, compliance, transparency and trust are three major things which makes the people believe in you. And if I talk about Insurance Samadhan, I was even talking about you with few of the colleagues, etc. So they have also few shared with their experiences about dealing with you. So, but if I ask you as a leader, as an organization representative, what are the key important elements your organization has done? That is why the people are approaching you. The number of complaints which you just talked about is something I have never given a thought. इतना complaint भी आ सकता है. So what are the key elements which you think are the elements of success for Insurance Samadhan?
So our personal belief is, founders belief is, it's all about intent and people. अगर आप देखेंगे compliance इसी के इर्द गिर्द आता है. So intent is your आपकी नीयत क्या है, and then your people. So if you have right intent and great team and mix them, what do you do with both of them is how the organizations are built. If you want to not build a business and build an organization, it has to be a process driven organization, not a person driven organization. अगर आपको process driven organization बनानी है तो आपके जो लोग हैं, people, your leaders, your team have to build processes so that when new people come, these compliances, these processes are in place, so they do not have to reinvent the wheel. The wheel is already invented and you're building on those processes. So this is what our core belief is. We keep business very simple, complicated नहीं बनाते. जितने simple process. For us, everything has a process so that you don't have to scratch your brain. Obviously, innovation is always part of startup, but basic is intent and people is what we focus. We have a bright intent of helping the end customer through our team which we have built. So I think these are the basic parameters which we follow.
मुझे ना आपसे बात करने के बाद ना ऐसा लग रहा है जैसे मतलब लिटरली मैंने सोचा नहीं था कि दीपक इतने चेंज हो गए, इतना मतलब the level of I think the experience and maturity and when you do something by your own and when you want to give a confidence and when you want to do something to create people's confidence, जो इस तरीके से आप बात करें नीयत वगैरह, इस शब्द मुझे बहुत अच्छे से लग रहा है क्योंकि जब मैं कभी कंप्लायंस की बात करती हूँ तो मैं कहती हूँ सबसे पहले आपकी नीयत बताएगी कि आप कंप्लायंस को टिक अ बॉक्स करना चाहते हैं या कंप्लायंस को एज अ स्पिरिट ऑफ लॉ फॉलो करना चाहते हैं. So definitely that is something, that is why I can definitely say whenever I talk about Insurance Samadhan, even मैंने आपका जब शार्क टैंक में देखा था ना तो मतलब एक अपने आप में ना पॉजिटिविटी आ रही थी. एक तो फर्स्टली डेफिनेटली बीइंग फ्रॉम अ same organization in the past, it is something connect with you. Max was a name. Even after leaving Max for almost like 9 years now, whenever something comes from the organization's name, especially people from the organization, you feel very excited to talk to them, and Max was such an organization. So आपकी जो बातें हैं, I can definitely say that कि आप जो अपने कंज्यूमर्स को सर्व कर रहे होंगे उसमें आपकी नीयत बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट मायने रखती है, और दैट इज व्हाई योर नेम इज वन ऑफ द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन वेयर पीपल फील वेरी प्राउड अबाउट इट. एंड दैट इज व्हाट आई वाज टेलिंग वन ऑफ माय कोलीग आल्सो कि अगर आपको कभी लगे ना कि आप कहीं अटक गए हो तो जस्ट गो टू द डोर्स एंड क्लिक द डोर्स ऑफ इंश्योरेंस समाधान, आपको सॉल्यूशन जरूर मिलेगा. So with this, I will come to the last question, Deepak, because as told, it is keeping your time also into consideration. I just want to ask you the last question. As a leader, what is your message to the corporate or to the other people who wants to develop their own entrepreneur? What is the importance of a compliance, corporate governance as a leader, if you think that that message can make a change in the life of their?
सी मुझे लगता है समता कॉम्प्लायंस का नाम सुनकर लोग घबरा जाते हैं. In fact, if you ask me, and I'm being very honest with you, we invite compliances. We invite, मतलब we want as insurance समाधान, हम चाहते हैं that external people, like how do I say, flying officers आते थे ना exams के time पे.
जी जी.
तो हम कहते हैं flying officers आने चाहिए insurance समाधान में, because when so if you see, अगर हमारे घर में हम पूरे साल में सिर्फ दिवाली के टाइम पे या क्रिसमस के टाइम पे या ईद के टाइम पे ही सफाई करते हैं, राइट? दिस इज हाउ द रिचुअल इज. वी बिलीव दैट कंप्लायंस को लोग वैसे ही लेके चलते हैं कि साल में एक बार होगा, आएंगे एंड वी आर डन विद इट. What we want, it is not an easy job. So हमने क्या किया, इसको हाइजीन फैक्टर बना दिया. So compliance for insurance समाधान is a hygiene factor. मतलब रोज ऑफिस आना है, रोज सफाई करनी है. So it is become a habit of people, and that's what we think. Once you make it a habit, it is compliance visible नहीं होता. But what it can give you is confidence, and especially when people like large VCs invest in you. जब वो आते हैं, वो यही चीजें देखते हैं जो मैं आपको बता रहा हूँ. आपका इंटेंट देखते हैं, आपकी नीयत क्या है, आपके लोग देखते हैं, और आपका हाइजीन फैक्टर which is compliances. Are you taking care of basic requirements of compliance? Is what everybody sees. If you make it a habit, you're home. So my suggestion to everyone would be focus on solving a problem and not making money. Money is a byproduct. वो by default automatically आ जाएगा once you solve a genuine problem with the right intent, with right people, with basic these hygienes keeping in mind, the money will come. That's a byproduct, and that's what and keep it simple. I think we make things very complicated. Business is not that complicated. Startups are not that complicated. Obviously, the journey of a startup is very very fast. Everybody wants to fly. जो corporate में 20 साल में करते हैं, startup में 5 साल में करना होता है, which is that's why this is so exciting. But I think my message is just keep it simple and नियत पे focus करो, बाकी सब हो जाएगा.
कंप्लीटली एग्री. और जो आपने भी बात बोली, मैं उसी से क्लोज करूंगी अपनी डिस्कशन को. आपने कहा कंप्लायंस इज नॉट विजिबल. I just want to add few things. And definitely compliance is not visible, but when it comes in the form of blessing, money itself follows. Because आज के टाइम में लोग पैसा देने से नहीं डरते हैं. पैसा तो आपको वैसे भी पे करना है. The only thing people are concerned about कि मैंने पैसा दिया है, उसके बाद क्या मुझे जो मुझसे एक्सपेक्टेड है वो मुझे मिलेगा या नहीं मिलेगा. I can tell you insurance, and people buy insurance for the time when they really need it. So the only concern is कि कहीं कल ऐसा इशू ना निकल के आ जाए, कहीं मिस सेलिंग ना हो, और कहीं मैंने ऐसा तो कुछ नहीं लिखा या किसी ऐसे बंदे से तो इंश्योरेंस नहीं लिया कि मेरे को कल को जब मेरी फैमिली को चाहिए हो तो वो ना मिले. So compliance is not visible, but it comes out with the blessings. It comes out with your support, and money definitely comes with it. You cannot stop the money to come out because people are not concerned about the money. They are only concerned about the utilization of that money for which they have spent their hardcore. So yeah, with this,
I'll just add one more point. क्योंकि intent की हमने बहुत बातें करी हैं. You also believe in that philosophy. So if you see the intent of समाधान, the fact that we are a success fee based, जिसका मतलब हम आपसे फीस तब लेते हैं when money comes in your account. We only charge when we are able to help you and you get your money in your account, then only we charge our fees.
Wow.
So that is the biggest example of our fees.
Very nice, Deepak, and I really want to say that you people are doing a great job, and people look forward for such solutions, because that is something gives them the sleep, a proper sleep in the night, that there is someone who is taking care of the issues so that their families and their future is secured. So thanks for doing a great job, and my best wishes for you and your entire team, Deepak.
Thanks, Samta. Thanks a lot. Good to see you again.
Thanks. See you. Bye, Deepak.
Take care.
You too.
Thanks.
Bye.